unless for some reason they don't get it doesn't get better. So the Padang, as we expected, definitely Khalid is going to be the next one for RSGPH.
Yeah, unless RSGPH wants to be a little bit cheeky right there, just leak out the lead, see what RSGSG can do. But no, they're going to be so disciplined right here. Coming up from RSGPH, just locking down Diablo once again. And like what I mentioned, right, RSGSG opting for first pick once again, needs to look out and pick Diablo heroes up before it gets permaban or counter pick or ban again in the second phase.
Yeah, and no Uranus ban, mind you, for RSGSG. So, but I guess if Uranus will be picked, it will be picked at the second phase as per usual. So we're going to leave that for later. But as the starting phase, yep, Valentina is there. A Yves could be picked up. It's frequently used by Aqua. So yeah, we're probably going to start off with an early Yves there for RSGPH.
Yeah, right. Valentina is always a very safe first pick. It's also a very safe blind pick, right? Usually you select a Valentina, you dictate the draft. Now RSGPH need to think what ultimates you don't want to give over to set RSGSG. But then again, I've seen other teams, you know, some teams, right, just spoiling Valentina with choices. Red World Manipulation, the Luminum Blast, and the Lolita, you name it, right? And all of a sudden, Valentina needs to pick. Okay, which ultimate do I take away? Now, RSGPH, there you go. That's going to be the Kaja once again, and the Eve. A little bit of a variation from the roster that we saw in game number 1.
Yeah, so... There's always this. Okay, back then I remember when the Valentina first came out, or at some point when the Valentina was being popularly played, there was always this debate on like, oh, there's a Valentina there. Oh, we cannot pick Fasa, we cannot pick Yip. Those kind of like huge nuking type of majors. But at the end of the day, people still pick them anyway. So it seems like it doesn't matter. Like, oh, are you going to steal it? Nah, we're just going to find a way to take you down to counter anyway. Because sometimes it's not as easy as it is to steal those skills away. But we're going to see the Paquito, as you have mentioned. I believe they should go to Diablo.
Wait, it could be also flex, right? Bray can always pick up the Paquito into the jungle as well, right? And now with Lucian QT back on one of his comfort, that's a Kufra going in for the side of RSGSG. Now it's all about trying to prevent the Kaja, or be it Light that's going to be controlling the Kaja, from comboing the ultimate onto somebody and then drag him right into the real world manipulation by Nets. But once again, RSGPH, they're really strong with its pick, with their pick composition, right? You drag somebody, you drag him into the box, and we punch him down. Speaking about punching down, pouring down the damage from afar, that's going to be the John Wick himself coming in from RSGPH.
Yeah, so now that we got the John Wick, okay. So about countering attacks, because at this point, the Uranus can still be picked by RSGPH. So that must be going through the minds of the players of RSGSG. Is like, okay, what if they pick a Uranus? So far, no bats of Uranus yet. Maybe they're going to let that go, and then they're going to pick the carry for themselves to try and melt down the tank.
Yeah, that could be it, right? Now, RSGPH going into the second pick, I think that's the benefit going in as well. So no, they're going to deny that. So maybe yes, RSGPH is leaning towards the Uranus. RSGSG needs to stop that. They've already banned away the Esmeralda, right? Might as well just throw in another EXP lane into the mix. Throw in the Uranus, because RSGSG doesn't really have an answer to Uranus' game number 1. But this time around, it could be different, right? The Paquito coming in, the burst damage should be able to do something against Uranus, and also cut the waves as well as the Uranus might do against yours.
Yeah, but I don't know. So that will make Paquito like really, really busy and overly focused on the Uranus, right? And that would still open up a lot of space for the other areas. So I don't know if they want to really let go of Uranus, might as well go for the ban. But they still got to ban the blue, going to leave the Uranus open. So pretty sure now with RSGPH having the opportunity, they'll definitely pick Uranus.
Well, they can always switch it up, right? Like, they can go for the Lapu Lapu if RSGPH wants to play with that one as well. But RSGSG, Diablo doesn't really play the Lapu Lapu, so rest assured, Aqua on the Eve should be very safe, right? But don't forget, there's also a potential threat of a Yuzhong coming out from the side of RSGSG as well, because RSGSG, they may use Diablo to dive onto Ilmani so that John Wick stays humble, or they can also jump into the instead. But no, RSGPH secures Martis. But like I said, Martis right now may go into the jungle may go into the EXP lane as well. So it's pretty wide open for the side RSGPH.
Okay, so this is the question of, because we're still not sure where the Paquito will go, right? So if there's a Uranus, or if they want to be prepared for a Uranus, then the Paquito needs to play juggle. That will allow him more space to move around the map. If it goes to Diablo and it goes to the XP lane, then he won't have that much opportunity to move around the map. So I guess there's still like a question mark pick. And the fact that RSGPH, they have that final pick, they're just playing mind games with RSGSG.
That's right. Like, but I feel like RSGSG, they need to show the cards right here, right now, and it's up to RSGPH to settle it. Leslie is really good right here from the side of RSGSG, and there you go. It's going to be locked in. And also this time around, now that's a Bane going in for the side of RSGSG. That is finally a Diablo Keto Mosquito throwback from MPL Singapore Season 1, and RSGPH responded nicely. Instead of a Uranus, went for the Terizla instead.
Okay, so it's going to be a different gameplay for them, but Terizla also provides a lot of tankiness, especially when it comes to team fight. So I believe that this is going to be more of a team fight composition. Kaja is probably going to go for the first pickup, it's probably going to start it off, and then you will see the real world manipulation come in, and then everything else will just be thrown into that one fight. So expect to be aware of Kaja's rotation first, and if they were to ever see like, okay, that one Kaja there, just stay away from him.
Yeah, definitely, right. Kaja should not be trifled with, but you can trifle with him before level 4. Maybe RSGSG could place something earlier this time around, maybe with Paquito's rotation because of the EXP lane. And this time around, instead of going for Uranus, he's going up against a Terizla. So I think a Paquito can outmaneuver Terizla and then start hard invading. Now, Demon Kite, I think in game number 2, you should be able to see more of him in action going into game number 2.
And I think what skill is the main skill that's going to be important when it comes to the theory of team fights that might happen is going to be the deadly catch. So yes, Bane needs to keep a good distance, throw on the deadly catch when everything is thrown onto them, just to try to cancel out and try to push away some of the invading plans for them. But I guess for how do you want to counter the Kaja if you were to open up the fight with the Divine Judgment, I'm thinking around Paquito is still going to play a big role when it comes to that. And if there's any follow-up, then the deadly catch needs to come in after that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, onto game number 2 we go. You saw it on the player screen as well. It is RSGPH currently up match point right now in this first series of the day. RSGPH starting the series strong, starting this Snapdragon Pro Series Challenge Final strong at the same time. And of course, like I said, may potentially lead into bigger stages.
Yeah, no big invasions here for either side as compared to before. Before, I guess it's because they had the Uranus. That's why they're like, okay, let's just totally dominate one lane at the bottom. Uranus gets a few levels and then he starts doing his thing behind the turret. So this time around, not really so. We might see a lot more river battles here, but losing QT goes in on the Aqua.
Yeah, really good rotation coming up for RSGSG. Remember just now, in between game number 1 and game number 2, RSGSG needs a solid plan. That was a solid plan right here, right? Getting Bougie to level 2 and Diablo level 2 quickly, and you don't see Light around in their area. Light is stuck at level 1, so which means that RSGSG has more kill potential right now, and now because, hey, wait, hold on a second, RSG is already at level 4.
Oh, okay. Really catching up. But okay, Bougie seems to be in trouble. Same goes for losing QT as well. Oh no, we can see the first blood here, and yes, it's by Demon Kite.
Yeah, the decimation coming out of Demon Kite really strong right here. By the way, he goes for the quantum charge, means that he has more sticking power onto that particular hero. So RSGPH right here, starting the game, like I said, really strong, right? You give Demon Kite the first kill, means that he's gonna snowball even faster as compared to others. Now, RSGPH, something also I want to ask is, Demon Kite, are you going to be going for the tank Martis or damage Martis? Because I think in this patch, you go for damage Martis now.
Oh, okay. I've seen a good amount of Masters recently at the tournament as well, and a lot of them just go for damage because you can also pick the emblem that is let's see here.
Festival Blood?
Yeah, that will give him a lot more Life steal.
Sorry, Cloud, gonna have to stop you here. That's a penalty zone. Catching 3 members. Dimakai will be able to take down the turtle for now. That's a reward manipulation. Putting down by Bougie right here. Light walks away, but Diablo is the one that has to flicker away. RSGPH, they not only just take 1 kill earlier just now in the game, they also take away the turtle.
Ooh, okay, so that's going to be a first win there for RSGPH. Again, just like before, but this time around RSGSG, at least they put up a little bit more fight towards the main objective, but it's still given towards RSGPH. Okay, waiting for the right moment. Light, he does have the divine judgment, but he doesn't have the flicker.
Yeah, he missed that one, unfortunately. So no flicker for now for the next 19 seconds for the side RSGPH. So RSGSG can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief for now. Doesn't really have the flicker judgment combo wombo in the second turtle fight. So that's maybe a small little window opportunity. RSGSG can play around, but this time around, no. Iman has brought friends.
Okay, they want to go for the flicker for the Oki, but this is where they are being the bodyguards for Oki, right? But look at the backline.
Oh, backline reward manipulation this time around by Aqua as well. Demon Kite trying to fight front to back as well. That's one big ultimate taken away by RSGSG. But Diablo, look at his rotation. He's forgetting about EXP lane. Just take a look at the bottom lane. Nuts is actually once again having a free lane, but this time around, Bray going down the baby shark at the same time. The turret energy gets shunned down to around 25% as well. It's going to be Bougie laning down the Void Crystal. We'll be able to find Demon Kite right here. He spins around, will not be able to find anything. But RSGSG ignoring the bottom lane, but they get some form of small little lead up top.
Nets is still playing like how he would play a Uranus. He's just like going onto the back line, just cutting the waves, and now the turret is kind of low in terms of the gold plating. But we might see a fight at the river here with Diablo all alone, and they're in for the chase.
Yeah, Diablo looking at the burst damage coming out. This is different than Diablo this time around as compared to game number 1. Now RSGSG though, they're focusing around Nats. RSGPH ready, but hold on a second, that's Light. The deadly catch already used, the divine judgment right there. And now the jungle for RSGSG is already gone. RSGPH, look at Demon Kite on cue, walks up to the turtle pit, and this turtles is there.
Not able to challenge. We do see that losing QT is there, but there's nothing much that he can do. And now they're going in for the top. Oki is in trouble. No divine judgment, so he's a little bit lucky there.
Yeah, nice jig right there, but Aqua this landing down for Crystal. Demon Kite coming for the fight instead. That's going to be Oki gets taken out right underneath the safety of the turret. But Oki, thank God for the turret, does have Demon Kite to kill off.
But till now, nobody's able to answer what Nats is doing at the bottom lane. He's still cutting waves. He's doing what an Uranus would do, just this time in the body of a Terizla. But we might see a kill here on the Iman, but Like is there to stop losing QT.
Yeah, Eman walks away with 1 dot, but with all said and done, right? Diablo, I think this rotation is a little bit wonky, but Bray coming in, he get busted down by Aqua's reward manipulation. Bougie wasn't able to land down the suppressing fire, but look at Diablo, he's playing a solo game right now. Take a look. He take down mid lane turret just now. That's the first turret of the game for game number 1. A bit of a fighting chances for RSGSG this time around. Now he's going to be working down bot instead.
Oh, okay, Diablo all alone. Oh no, he's going to be sandwiched as Light comes behind. Light, he does have the divine judgment. Pulls him back, pretty straightforward combo.
Yeah, but at least he gave up his life for the bottom lane turret now. I think RSGSG, you can see the turret damage later during the post-game stats. Diablo actually does more damage to turrets, but that's a reward manipulation by Bougie. Light coming in, just dancing around, not too sure what to do, but Lucian Kitty jumps, but Bougie deactivates the reward manipulation, so Lucian Kitty just body blocks RSGSG's plan for now.
Oh, Nats is now at top lane, so he's like going to the opposite. It's like, okay, let me try and draw your attention to me as much as possible, opening up more space, but we got Demon Kite coming behind. Diablo can't do much alone.
Yeah, the first skill drill coming in actually hurted Oki right there. Now, Diablo going to be 1v1 against Nats. The only thing that Diablo has is the fact that he doesn't run a mana. Now, Bray might find himself in a spot of trouble. Diablo coming in, trying to land out of support, but he's a little bit too late. Decimation from Demon Kite seals that deal.
Oh, keep your eye at the bottom, and now Aqua gets another kill. Lucian QT not going to get out of this.
Well, he can flicker. Light was a little bit slow on the divine judgment likely for that one, but RSGSG, like I said, so many resources already burned just for that bottom fight, but they still have bottom lane turrets still up though. But RSGPH, this is the 3rd turtle in their game. Of course, you know, they're very stable in the terms of economy. They got the 7 kill lead at the same time. They're looking very stable.
Yeah. But looking at the formula that RSGPH is doing, Uranus or not, it's going to be the same. But at the same time, we're going to see a fight here in the middle.
Ooh, Light Divine Judgment, unfortunately, won't be able to land down any form of Q coming up from RSGSG. But hold on a second, Diablo comes in, busted down Light, and now he walks away. He is the assassin this time around in game number 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go for the back line, but now the front line.
Penalty zone catches to Demon Kai looking for more. The decimation will not be able to do.
Demon Kai!
Fuji using the Divine Judgment, just dragging Demon Kai. That's going to be a shutdown this time around, going in the favor of RSGSG. But then again, RSGPH though, like I said, they're very stable. They still take down mid, but look at Diablo on the other side playing a solo game up top, taking down turrets for his team.
Look at the confidence for RSGPH. I mean, they even turret dive, taking the damage where they know that, okay, we can't tank that amount of damage, but as long as you can trade it with a kill, why not? And with that, they still have that goal amount gap, goal lead gap of 3K between the two of them. But if we can't do the math right, 311, 3K, it's not that bad for RSGSG.
Sorry, I was trying to count right here. I'm very bad at math. But then again, you know, RSGPH, Diablo this time around is actually able to output the damage this time around with Lucian QT. The push coming in. That's going to be my next pin against the wall. Buji will gladly take down the kill. Demokai coming in, laying down. But Buji this time around suppressed by Light as well. The Deadly Cat's going in, zoning out. Iman will get caught up on the damage coming out from Oki. Finally, that's a shutdown. Give it over side to RSGSG. Diablo going for more. Aqua the next target for now. But RSGSG will disengage. They take down 2 at the price of 1.
Yeah, RSGPH tried to go in for the backline, but RSGSG got the backline covered, so that was an unfortunate case for them. They almost got it, but I get the idea. Like, okay, always go for the backline, especially if you have any mage at the backline. You got Buji there, or even like an Oki there, because Oki is a Leslie. The distance is always there. You always want to try to aim for that backline, and that's exactly what they did. But we might see an engagement at the bottom lane, but because they know it's Nats, well, I guess it's also because he's tanky enough at this point that they don't want to make that engagement.
Yeah, I think, Lucian QT just decides to not pull that trigger right there, right? But don't forget, RSGPH, they really forcing the issue right here. Lucian QT, oh my goodness, he disappeared from the land of dawn, and now RSGSG doesn't really have any form of engagement. Light, by the way, does burn away the Divine Judgment. Look at Diablo going, that's a burst damage going on Light. Not enough to seal the deal for now. That's a lot taken secured by RSGPH. The penalty zone, and Emperor's Passion, Deadly Catch just to D-zone, just to push RSGPH away. But RSGSG still losing 2 members right there. Man, it's gonna be an uphill battle for RSGSG. There were signs of life right there, but RSGPH says no, slap them down to where they belong.
Ooh, okay, just looking at the item build, not much of a tanky build here for the side of RSGSG. So even like for RSGSG, okay, I don't see a dominance ice yet, and I think that is much needed, especially if we're going up against a Terizla. So none of them are building that as an early game. So they will have a problem actually dealing with a Terizla, especially during the mid stages if they don't have that finish. And the fact that they have a problem farming now, it's going to be a big issue for them.
I agree, right? I really feel like I agree the predicament that Lucian QT is, right? He's getting bursted down by everybody but it's not RSGPH. Oh, Light goes fishing right here just a little bit. Diablo burns a flicker. That's going to be a snipe coming up from Iman. Will not be able to land down the shot, but RSGSG once again gets locked back down into base. RSGPH, the deforestation coming out against RSGSG. There's not a single jungle creep left for Bray to take.
Oh, okay. This is where RSGSG will be forced to turtle. At the moment they come out, there's nothing left in the forest. Like what you said, deforestation, and even if they come out, well, RSGPH will be waiting for them to pounce onto them as well.
And not only just the fact that deforested everything, they burn away the leaves as well. There's literally nothing for the side of RSGSG can do too far. Well, Diablo finds 1 jungle creep that was left alone by RSGPH, but then again, the damage has been done, right? Oki and Bray are starving for gold. RSGPH does have a lot of burst damage. If your role can get busted down, what say the other members of RSGSG?
So this is now very difficult for RSGSG. Like, how are they going to engage in the first place? They need to wait for RSGPH to make that first move. But speaking about moves,
Demon Knight moving like flicker forward. That's Diablo Diablo. This time around, will go to hell. Unfortunately, RSGPH sends him down to the grave. Bougie right here stole away the Divine Judgment. Maybe he could make a play right here. Lucian Kitty bouncing around. That's also Divakai chasing after Lucian Kitty. But RSGPH, that's a penalty zone. Catching 3 members. Emma shuts down Gray. Lucian Kitty following soon. Just 2 members left from the side of RSGSG. RSGPH not going to pursue it even further. Continues to deforest RSGSG already dried up forest.
Yeah, even Bougie got away with murder. He was like one last hit away from being taken down. And now speaking about taking down RSGSG, no one to take down the inhibitor turret at the mid, and there's nothing much that Bougie can do, but Diablo is here.
Oh no, Diablo gets dragged down to the grave once again, giving his life over to the RSGPH gods. And not only just that, because EXP lane is already down, RSGPH makes a beeline over to the Lord.
Oh man, this is going to be another difficult round here for RSGSG to come back. The gap is now 7k difference between the two of them. And like what you said, deforestation, the moment they come out, nothing's left for them.
Oh wait, there's an endangered orange buff right there. So that's something that, you know, Bray can possibly work around. But RSGPH though, they've already got a Lord in their tow, sending him marching down, should be clashing very, very soon in the mid lane. Bougie, unfortunately, on the Divine Judgment, not the real world manipulation, so there's no high ground on the side of RSGSG. The Lord will charge.
There's nothing much that they can do to defend their inhibitor turrets. Unfortunately, they need to defend inside, as now RSGPH will be the bodyguards of the Lord. But okay, no, they're gonna let the Lord go for now, instead focusing onto the bottom lane. And this should be the moment for RSGPH to just take down the inhibitor turret. RSGSG, they don't have the...
He's charging up. He's able to catch light zone. He's going to be finally busting his counterpart down. Dimakai going into decimation, will not be able to seal the deal for now. Nibrus Passion just zoning away. Aqua landing down the suppression fire, locking down RSG to make sure they don't get any form of creative decisions right here. Emma, the snipe, finds the escaping RSG member right in between the eyes as he tries to run away. Never back away the sniper, but this time around, even Oki, the Leslie, the snipe doesn't do any damage against RSGPH onslaught, and Deadly Catch is the last result from the side of RSGSG right now, with the last wave of minion marching down bot and the shotgun flicker going in. RSGSG, this is too much that it can handle against RSGPH.
Well, luckily no minions left, so they gotta back out anyway and reset themselves and wait for the next wave of the minions before they go in. Or they're going to take their time because now they have control going for the Lord instead, but Nats could be in trouble.
There's a lot. Well, okay, at least Nance this time around gets down, but this time around, RGSG doesn't really have real world manipulation. Now, Light will be able to drive Gray all the way in. Iman tried to kill for the team, but unfortunately, he actually gets busted down. But he brings down somebody along the side. Lucian Q credited for the kill. Dimakai, that's a decimation. That's a double kill going in. It's just Diablo against the world. It's just Diablo solo killing. Okay, Oki coming in just a little bit in the nick of time. They just need to clear the minutes right here, but then again, RSGPH just bursting down Diablo, bursting down Oki. There's nobody left. RSGSG silent. RGPH clean sweep 2-0.
Yeah, clean sweep 2-0, but I must say this round is a better round for RSGSG. Still gotta give it to them. Diablo, he looks comfortable on the Paquito. He made some sexy moves, but it's just too overwhelming for him. At the end of the day, RSGPH, they had control over the map. A little bit more mobility this time and a little bit more movement from Terizla, from Nats, just because of the